But there seems to be some confusion in Yoruba land. I see that maybe perhaps the generality of the people do not feel as passionate about self-determination. And secondly, there is all kinds of positions. Afenifere is talking about restructuring. You are talking about self-determination.
You don't know this. You don't know the nature of the Yoruba society. You don't. Most of the young people, and they are the majority in Yoruba land, want the self-determination of their Yoruba nation. That's the truth of the matter. That's what is keeping the movement going. And they are also doing so in the diaspora. Yoruba young men and women all over the world want their own country, separate from Nigeria. You cannot deny that. No matter how much you want to pander to the government, you cannot deny that. But that's the truth.
But anyway,
the important thing, however, and I'm surprised that you are not talking about that, is that the Yoruba people who are fighting for self-determination are telling the world and telling themselves that they will do it only peacefully. We are Yoruba. We know our status in the world. We know our status in the black world. We do not want to destroy the peace of Nigeria, and we do not want to bring difficulty into the lives of any other group in Nigeria. But we want to get out of Nigeria. That's it.
Well, Prof, you are a strong member.
And you're not talking about that. You are asking me questions. You are asking me questions as if what Onitiri did has the support of the majority of Yoruba people who want self-determination. It is not true.
Well, Prof,
she has a small minority of a section that is ready to do illegalities. A year ago, they went and attacked a radio station in Ibadan, and so on. Now this year, they are attacking the entire government of Ibadan, and so on. No, but we have never sent anybody to go and do that, and we do not support it or encourage it. Prof, and we think it is criminal.
Prof,
and so if they get punished for their criminality, we have no objection to that.
Prof, you are a strong member.
You cannot, because of them, generalize opposition to self-determination. You cannot.
Well, Prof, you are a strong member of the Unity Party of Nigeria, also a very strong member of Afenifere. Afenifere is talking about restructuring. You are now talking about self-determination. What is the difference, in these two ideological positions?
Our fathers in Afenifere are doing the right thing, talking about restructuring, so that we can go back and live our own life the way we used to live it prosperously. They're doing the right thing. There is nothing wrong with that. But we, another group of people, larger in number than they, are now saying, no, self-determination is the answer, not restructuring. Why? Because when you restructure, you are still in Nigeria. The people who are coming and disrupting your life and destroying your farms and killing your women and raping your mothers and daughters and so on are still Nigerians. They still have a right to come to Nigeria. The only final solution to that is to separate so that you have a separate Yoruba country where we can make our own laws and so on, where to which we admit only people we want to admit. So nobody can claim that they have a right to come to our land. They don't have such a. But as long as we are in Nigeria, no matter what restructuring is done, they still have the right to come to our land and do the things that we are doing. Nobody is talking about the fact that most Yoruba farmers have been driven from their farms. I am not hearing that. I'm hearing only about government. I'm not hearing about people. You are not talking about the fact that most Yoruba farmers have been driven from their farms and that the Yoruba nation is in danger of famine upon famine upon famine for years and years to come. You are not talking of the fact that the Fulani declared war on Nigeria on the 24th of January and 26th of January and said that Tinubu is not our president. We are going to Aso Rock. We will take over the seat of government there, and we will use this place to organize the conquest of the rest of Nigeria. You're not talking about that. You are not talking of people who said, no Fulani man must be arrested for the bomb in Ibadan. If you do, you will have bombs in every town in Yoruba, in Nigeria. Nobody is talking about that. Nobody is talking about the sheer insult of living in a country where some people are treating the government like that. You are talking about Onitiri and so on. Why do our...
Well, Prof, let me ask you this. Self-determination that you recommend...
You are entitled to your opinion. You are entitled to your opinion, but what I'm saying is that your opinion rigorously avoids the truth. Rigorously.
But Prof...
avoids the truth.
Nigeria, as Onigo Tite told us in his research on ethnic nationalities in Nigeria, has over 300 ethnic nationalities. Will you recommend self-determination to all the other ethnic nationalities in Nigeria? For all these nationalities to break away?
Those who want it, don't ask me a general question. I'm asking for self-determination for a nation, the Yoruba nation. There are about 60 million people in Nigeria. And their territory is large enough to be a large country. So that's what I'm talking about. Any other nationality in Nigeria that wants self-determination is free to ask for it. I cannot come and ask for self-determination for nations that are not mine. No.
Well, Prof, as we have this, we're having this conversation. You are in Cotonou, Republic of Benin. Not too long ago, after Chief Sunday Igboho returned to Nigeria.
Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá káàkiri àgbálá ayé, mo lérò pé ẹ ti gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí bàbá wa sọ. Fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbé rumors káàkiri pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí pẹ̀lú bàbá Ayélóge lórí information tá à ń gbọ́ wípé bàbá Ayélóge wọ́n ń promote bàbá àti àwọn wípé bàbá ò support Yorùbá nation mọ́, wípé self-determination ni bàbá regional government ó ní bàbá support. Òun ló mú ètò yìí wá láì jẹ́ gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ká mọ̀ yìí pé irọ́ ni o. Bàbá ò sí nínú Western regional government o. Orí nǹkan tí bàbá dólé náà ni wọ́n dìdólé lórí o. Orí self-determination Yorùbá nation tí bàbá dólé lórí òun náà ni wọ́n dìdólé lórí. Òun ló fa ètò tá a mú wá yìí. Láì jẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ti ń doubt bàbá wípé bóyá ọ̀rọ̀ tí à ń gbọ́ àbọ̀wọ̀ tí wọ́n ń sọ káàkiri bóyá ó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ àbí kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn afẹ́ àkókò sọ fún yín pé kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Torí nígbà táwọn náà gbọ́rọ̀ náà níjẹta àbáná ṣe ni àti lọ bá bàbá àti bèè lọ́wọ́ wọn. Bàbá sọ pé kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Bàbá ti wá padà kọ átíkù kan jáde ní ìsìn wípé ká kà fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ káàrọ̀ òjíire. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ dó ti àwọn tẹ́ wà pẹ̀lú àwọn tẹ́ ẹ fi tọkàntọkàn tinútinú tẹ́ ẹ fi ń bá wọn lọ táwọn ò sì ní já ikúlẹ̀ nígbà kọ̀ọ̀kan. Òun ló mú ètò yìí wá. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ lórí ètò Ibiyemi TV show. Ó kọ́ tèmi padà Ibiyemi Ọláìtàn ló kọ mi. mo bẹ̀ yín ni mo rọ̀ yín ni ẹ bá wa pín ètò yìí kó lọ dáadáa fún àwọn tí wọ́n sì ń doubt bàbá àbí tí wọn ò bọ́yá nǹkan ní bàbá yẹn lórí ó ṣe bàbá náwó nínú ẹ̀ nǹkan ní bàbá yẹn lórí ó ṣe bàbá ò náwó nínú ẹ̀ o kò sí nǹkan bàbá pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ o bàbá ò support western regional government o self determination òun ni bàbá support òun ni bàbá gbé dání bàbá ò yẹ ṣe àgẹrẹ pàápàá gbogbo mọ́tò ń gbé káàkiri yẹn òfegè ni irọ́ ni òun ló mú ilé wa o ká play fún síta fáwọn èèyàn wa ká tó fi rán wọn létí ọ̀dọ̀ fídíò náà ó ti lè pẹ́ àmọ́ fídíò eléyìí òun ló dúró fún òdodo àti ibi tí bàbá stand sí orí ìpinnu bàbá fídíò yìí òun ló dó lórí ẹ̀ ṣé ẹ ti gbọ́ kò jẹ́ bíi bó ṣe ń lọ ẹ má bá a ká lọ lórí átíkù tí bàbá kọ fún ẹ káàkà síta èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ni o bí mo bá ṣe ń kàgbà pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo rọ̀ yìí ni ẹ má bá a fi ọgbọ́n àti òye ẹ má bá a fi gbé lọ ṣètìgbọ́ torí mi sọmọ British ọmọ káà òjìrè ni mí èdè Yorùbá mo ti ń sọ àmọ́ mo gbọ́dọ̀ gbìyànjú láti ka átíkù tí bàbá kọ nípa wípé àwọn ò sọ́pọ̀tì regional government láì jẹ́ kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá àtọmọ káàró òjíire tí wọ́n mọ ibi tí bàbá fi sí Yorùbá nation ní bàbá orí ẹ̀ ní bàbá wà o orí self determination orí tẹ́fẹ́ ní bàbá wà sí àdìgbò ọmọ Yorùbá abẹ́yìn ni àrọ̀ yìí ni gbogbo ẹ̀ lólùfẹ́ bàbá gbogbo ẹ̀ tí ẹ dúró pẹ̀lú bàbá wọn ò yẹ àdéhùn wọn o bàbá ò yẹ àdéhùn wọn o orí self determination tí bàbá wà náà ni wọ́n sì wà dọ́là ṣètìgbọ́ ọlọ́ba regional government bàbá ò sí pẹ̀lú wọn bàbá ò sí pẹ̀lú regional government o bàbá ayélóge nǹkan táwọn ń gbé káàkiri kọ̀ọ̀kan bàbá o àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá a sì nòdì sí a nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí àwọn nǹkan táwọn fẹ́ kọ́ yẹn total freedom làwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ń fẹ́ total freedom là ń fẹ́ a fẹ́ western regional government a fẹ́ torí tí a bá dì sọ pé regional government là ń fẹ́ nǹkan tá à ń kọ́ inú la padà rí lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà òun ló fà á tí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá afọlọ́ fi ìmọ̀ wa afọlọ́ fi ṣe ọ̀kan lórí self determination afọlọ́ fi ìmọ̀ wa afọlọ́ fi ṣe ọ̀kan láì jẹ́ ká gbárùkù ti bàbá wa emeritus Prof Adebanji Akintoye lórí self determination tó gbé dání yìí ẹnikẹ́ni èèyàn kéèyàn tí bá attach wọn mọ́ western regional government ẹ jẹ́ ká fi yé wọn wípé bàbá kò sí pẹ̀lú wọn o bàbá kò support regional government o total freedom òun ni bàbá support òun ni bàbá ń fẹ́ self determination òun ni bàbá ń fẹ́ torí àwọn sì ní national leader of the Yorùbá self determination struggle bàbá sì ní ànẹ́lòmíì tí a ti gbọ́ the journalist cannot help us Yorùbá by Professor Banji Akintoye national leader of the Yorùbá self determination struggle. Some of our bright Yoruba men and holding up restructuring and regionalism these days as the core all to Yoruba problem in Nigeria. They seem to forget that among us, demand for restructuring or a return to the regionalism of the 1950s has been going on for many decades. The demand is far from new. Adigun bàbá kọ onímọ̀ káṣíta gbogbo ẹ̀yọ́mọ káàró òjíire o kẹ́lẹ́ bàmọ́ mi tí bàbá fi sí ni o kí ẹ lè bàmọ́ mi tí bàbá fi sí bàbá support western regional government o Yorùbá nation pẹ̀lú self determination orí ẹ̀ ni bàbá wà total freedom gbogbo àwọn káàró òjíire orí ìkànnì bàbá wà nìyẹn ṣé bàmí ká lọ. Demand for Isosori or a return to the regionalism of the 1950 has been going on for many decades. The demand is far from new. I know of no elder and political notable Yoruba man who has never raised this voice in support of regionalism or Isosori or regionalism. Thought Isosori is a reasonable demand. Yet we have never achieved the slated progress with it because the Fulani political heritage will have been dominate over Nigeria political life since independence. A resolute opposite to it because the Fulani are under pressure and desperate today. They are more tenacious opposite to resourcing or regionalism. Then all threaten that they will rather go to war than accept resourcing. Article tí bàbá kọ jáde ó ní mò ń ká o. Gbogbo ẹni tí ẹ bá da akọmọ lórí ètò yìí ẹ bá wa pín ètò yìí kọ́ lọ dáadáa kọ́ lọ kan gbogbo àwọn tí ń gbé rúmọ̀sì òfegè káàkiri pé bàbá support Western Regional Government. Bàbá support Western Regional Government yìí o. Gbogbo àwọn bàbá tí ń pa Western Regional Government àwọn ọ̀tá ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni àwọn tí wọn ò fẹ́ total freedom ọmọ káàró òjíire àwọn nìyẹn. Bàbá wọn dúró tó ẹsẹ̀ wọn méjèèjì pèsè orí self determination òun làwọn sì wà òun ló fa átíkù tí mò ń kájí ta fún yìí. Àwọn náà ni wọ́n fún mi lọ́dà pé kí n kà síta bó jẹ́ pé English mi ó lè mọ́ dán lẹ́nu mọ́ àmọ́ tí mo bá sì kà gbà ẹ bá mi gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ torí ọmọ Yorùbá ni mí. Ṣé ti gbọ́? They are more tenacious opposite to regional or to resourcery or regionalism. They all certain that they will rather go to war than accept resourcery, and they have no give up that stand. This that stand as long as we Yoruba remain part of Nigeria, we are likely to have some Yoruba people demand resourcery or regionalism off or on until we succeed in achieve our self-determination and our sovereignty Yoruba country separate from Nigeria. But for us who have been fighting delicately and loyally for self-determination for our Yoruba nation, it is on which to now begin to place any serious hope in resourcery or regionalism. Definitely, we must avoid asking our Yoruba people to believe that demand resourcery is as good as ask for our separate Yoruba sovereignty state now. Our demand for our nation, self-determination and separate sovereignty state as much more promise and hope now than the old demand for resourcery. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Orí position tí bàbá wa emeritus Prof Adebanji Akintoye tí mo wà nìyẹn o. Orí position tí bàbá wa emeritus Prof Adebanji Akintoye tí mo wà nìyẹn. Bàbá ò support Western Regional Government. Ẹ dákun gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ ń gbé rúmọ̀sì yẹn káàkiri ẹ bá wa stop ẹ. Ẹ stop ẹ. Ẹ stop ẹ. Bàbá support total freedom tí wọ́n mọ̀ sí self-determination. Instead of fighting a meaningless and boathless war, let us all put more energy into what we have been doing to advance our self-determination struggle so far in the past 4 years. Those of us who have been engaged in awareness campaign or praying for God support to our cause or organize an OD meeting, or organize an OD massing rally, or speak loud on the social media, or take our Yoruba cause to foreign government, foreign agencies, and foreign dignity should do more now than we have been doing before. We are fighting to free our spreading Yoruba nation from the shallow crack, corruption, hiding and poverty generate country of Nigeria. A country increasingly despised and rejected in the wide world. We have no time or leisure to fight over anything concerning Nigeria. Our chance of free our nation are getting better and better. More and more country, international agency, foreign dignity and paying attention to our Yoruba nation struggle for our separate country. And more are confidently give us support. Moreover, at home in Nigeria, the country of Nigeria is weak, manifest as more and more groups are wage war against public security or open threatening the government or a demand their nation separation from Nigeria. Many nations already have their self-determination demand before the government of Nigeria. The Igbo are demand their sovereignty Biafra. We Yoruba demand our Oduduwa Republic. The Ijaw are demand their Ijaw Republic. Judicial member of the Fulani heritage are demand an Arewa Republic. And large Hausa nation are raised up its head under the impact of all these development. The economy of Nigeria has weak seriously and continue to weak, and terrible poverty and hunger grip the life of virtual all Nigeria. At the same time, within our own Yoruba land in Nigeria, as well as the large Yoruba diaspora worldwide, the case for our separating Yoruba country have gained and is gained great momentum for the first time. Some of our traditional ruler, our obas, with their enormous presence in our Yoruba society, are stepping forth to give their very individual backing to our self-determination struggle. Our mostly educated youth are increased powerful, lead our struggle. More and more of this youth, as well as our traditional hunter association, are increasing boldly step forth to defend our homeland against marauding Fulani gang in our farmland. Our women traditional very influential in our Yoruba society are rushed themselves and organized for our struggle. The world war is watching close the growing sign of Nigeria. Ọmọ Yorùbá, ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire, ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan, ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ọ̀tẹ̀ lẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan. Bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ lórílẹ̀‐èdè location 9 kò lè mú èso gidi kan wá fún wa, kò lè mú nǹkan gidi wá fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká tanra wa jẹ, ẹ má jẹ́ ká parọ́ fúnra wa, ẹ jẹ́ ká bá wa sọ òdodo ọ̀rọ̀. Ọmọ Yorùbá, ẹ jẹ́ ká jí lójú oorun wa. Orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá òun la fẹ́ o. Gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ ń gbé rumors, tẹ́ ń sọ wípé bàbá Western Regional Government bàbá ń fẹ́, wọn ò fẹ́ Yorùbá nation mọ́, irọ́ lẹ pa o. Kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Ẹ yé parọ́ fún bàbá mọ́, ẹ má parọ́ mọ́ bàbá mọ́, ẹ má parọ́ mọ́ bàbá mọ́. Ẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run, ẹ bẹ̀rù àdúbọ̀tán. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ gbowó lọ́wọ́ ìjọba location 9, ẹ lọ gbowó yín. Ẹ má àtàchì bàbá mọ́ Western Regional Government bàbá ò náwó nínú ẹ̀ torí wọ́n sọ pé regionalist government kò lè fẹ́ fọ̀ wá mọ́ àìsàn mọ́ béèrè ẹ̀ nígbà tá à ń béèrè ẹ̀ wọn ò fún wa àmọ́ lọ́wọ́ tá a wà ní ìsìn àfẹ́ mọ́ total freedom òun la fẹ́ total freedom òun làwa fẹ́ o àfẹ́ regionalist government mọ́ sẹ́ni gbọ́ yẹn wa sẹ́ni bá wa ká lọ ẹ mọ̀ bí mo ti ka egi náà gbà o ó lè mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ nu mi o àmọ́ bó ti kà gbà ẹ bá fòye gbé tí ọmọ oyè yín àbí oyè yín bá wọn ọmọ Yorùbá ni mí mi ò gbóyìnbó mo kàn try ni ọba tí mo lè kà mo kàn try àti kà ni sẹ́ni gbọ́ ẹ ṣe gan ni gbogbo ẹni olùfẹ́ mi ẹ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ káàmì tó YouTube wa ẹ̀dùn mọ́wàá láti bá wa pín ètò yìí ẹ bá wa pín kọ́ lọ dáadáa sẹ́ni gbọ́ ẹ bá wa pín kọ́ lọ dáadáa àwọn ọ̀tá bàbá wa Akíntóyè kí wọ́n bá mọ̀ pé ibi tó fojú sí ọ̀nà ọ̀gbá bẹ́ o ọ̀nà ọ̀gbá bẹ́ o òfegè ni wọ́n mú o. We Yoruba are by natural intellectual sophisticated and intellectual edged. We tend quite often to engage in intellectual game, but today is not the kind of time where we should be engaged in intellectual game that divide our Yoruba people. Attention to a discussion church as historian or journalism, we Yoruba are today very close to our goal, and we should be very seriously focused on it. Those who are promoting sorcery and journalism among us are telling us that these are easy to achieve, but they are wrong, terrible wrong. In fact, it is very possible that our self-determination struggle to achieve it noble goal before any sorcery process can get off the ground. For all we know, the sorcery process may never official and seriously start, and if it is start, it may take years to complete. Our parents who are assure us that a sorcery can be accomplished soon, and that we can be blessed with our Yoruba region in a sorcery Nigeria soon absolute lack of full understanding of what needs to be done by achieve sorcery. They are saying that all that is needed is that the National Assembly should pass some amendment to the obscure 1999 Constitution, and that the President of Nigeria should then sign the amendment, and the process will be complete. But they are wrong as things start today. What is needed is not mere amendment to the existing Constitution, but the kind of a total new Constitution, and the kind of a new Constitution we need the calling of a national Constitution conference, the work of our Constitution Tribe Committee, a Constitution review committee to review the produce of the Constitution Tribe Committee, and the national referendum to give final approval of citizens to have the tribe. All of this can take years to complete. In contrast, we Yoruba can reach our self-determination goal very soon, long before the completion of any restructuring process. Therefore, our most important decision, individual and collective, must now be to vigorously and dedicated continue our struggle along the line that we have been going in the past 4 years. The line that have been giving us more and more confidence in success and victory. Our final victory is sure, and it will come very soon. It will come very soon. Ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ́ ń bá wa ká lọ átíkù bá kọjáde ni mò ń ká síta fún wa yìí o káde bá mọ̀ pé pàpọ̀ ò lọ́wọ́ nínú journalist government o orí self-determination ní bàbá náwó sí iná wọn sì wà iná ni bàbá sì wà dọ́là gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ ń gbé fake mọ̀ káàkiri ẹ stop ẹ yé gbé fake mọ̀ káàkiri mọ́ o. Even in the unlikely saying that stand that it doesn't happen, it will take our Yoruba nation nothing of very value. We will still need to continue our struggle for our self-determination, and we still need to pray that Nigeria resistance to us to break down. In a resourceful Nigeria, our self-determination struggle will becoming more difficult, and our achieve of self-determination will become existence impossible, since Nigeria ruler will be able to tell the world that we Yoruba already have regional government, and that therefore all our complaining in Nigeria will be satisfactory at rest, and the world will be ready to accept that the Nigeria government say. The proponents of resourcery are saying that our regional government will automatically be able to hold our self-determination referendum, but they are wrong. The government of Nigeria can still defend or for our referendum, similar to how the government of Spain defended for years and then make necessary nonsense of the referendum that was planned by Catalonia and provincial government for the province of Catalonia in Spain, with the government of Spain automatically change the topmost leader of the Catalonia provincial government with high crime. Meanwhile, why we will be tackling with the government of Nigeria, we shall still continue to be co-citizen with the Fulani in Nigeria, and then we still have the constitutional right as Nigerian citizens to enter our home land and we to kill, maim, rape, destroy and kidnap. Even more menace there will be still hang over our head in the possibility that a northern military officer go Sudan state of military coup and take Nigeria with us in it back into horror of the military ruler. Furthermore, while some our friends are now romancing our return to our Yoruba regional in Nigeria are holding up as the core all to all our problem in Nigeria, we Yoruba must not forget that we us at regional in Nigeria and that our great offense then was that our regional was progress much faster than the rest of Nigeria. The constituent animosity against us led to the plot that launched a massive attack against our region in 1962. The federal and British cover confession of our leadership that turned some our Yoruba leader into traitor against our Yoruba nation. The federal declaration of emergency offer our region the suspect of our regional condition and elect regional government. The imposition of sole administrator on our region, the cut away of part of our region, the devastation of our region, development achievement and improvement on top of charge of the 4 months marker of our region progress and prosperity, the ringing of our election in order to impose on us Yoruba ruler who were prepared to be submissive to Fulani controller federal government of Nigeria. Why should we behave as if we have forgotten this thing? What guarantee do we have that this thing cannot happen to us and our region in Nigeria again? Therefore, I call on all Yoruba people to stand up, brief, and add more energy to our self-determination struggle. Nigeria is weakening and sinking, manifesting, and the world is take notice. We Yoruba are knowledge enough to avoid Catalonia big mistake. The mistake of concentrate on mobilizing the support of only Catalonia at home for a Catalonia self-determination struggle is falling to seek support in the international community. In a world in which the fate of self-determination struggle depend heavily on worldwide diplomacy and foreign support. We know that it was international support intervention that made the Republic of Sudan peaceful agree to a referendum for South Sudan. We also know that it was the same kind of support and intervention that made it possible for the small nation of East Timor to achieve its referendum. Its separation from the powerful country of Indonesia know this thing. We Yoruba are working on the right path to victory. This is no time to allow dissension amongst us. Yoruba people offer doubtful goal like insurgery or regionalism. It is time for the brief to tight our belt, join hands together, put down the obstacle on our way, mobilize everything for supporting in the wide world, and spend our goal of international self-determination and national sovereignty. We can do it. We Yoruba are no coward. We are the largest and strongest indigenous nation in Black Africa. We are a nation of Oya and warrior, a nation blessed with abundant and fairy talent. Yes, we can achieve our nation sovereignty very greatly, and we can do it very soon. Ọmọ Yorùbá, ọmọ káàrọ̀ oòjíire, ọmọ Yorùbá, ọmọ káàrọ̀ oòjíire. Mo lérò pé átíkù bàbá kọ jáde lórí fake news ló ń gbé káàkiri. Òun ni mo kà jáde yẹn o. Ẹ dákun ẹ bá wa pín ètò yìí kó lọ dáadáa. Ẹ bá wa pín kó lọ dáadáa. Káwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kí wọ́n mọ ibi tí wọ́n fi sí. Kó yé gbé fake rumor káàkiri mọ́. Kó yé gbé fake rumor káàkiri mọ́. Orí self-determination ni bàbá dé lórí o. Orí self-determination ni bàbá dé lórí. Bàbá ò mọ nǹkan nípa àwọn tí ń gbé ọ̀rọ̀ Western Regional Government káàkiri o. Bàbá ò nọ̀ọ́ nínú ẹ̀ o. Wọn ò mọ nǹkan nípa ẹ̀ o. Ọmọ Yorùbá ẹnì gbé ọ̀ ẹ má support wọn. Ẹ má tẹ̀lé wọn. Nǹkan tó ní tí wọ́n ṣe lẹ́nu àwọn náà gbé wá yẹn ẹ má tẹ̀lé wọn o. Ẹ bá wò tọ́ lóòótọ́ ẹ fẹ́ràn total freedom. Ẹ fẹ́ òmìnira ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ẹ má support àwọn tí ń pariwo regional government káàkiri o. Ẹ dó lórí self-determination nígbà pé dání yìí. Tó yà mọ̀ pé ọ̀nà gangan ni ọ̀nà àbáyọ sí gbogbo ìṣòro tí ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wa lóde Nàìjíríà. Tá a bá dá dúró lẹ́bù orílẹ̀-èdè gbogbo ayò tá à ń pa àníyé pamọ́. Ọkàn wọ́n balẹ̀. Ọmọ Yorùbá ọmọ káàrọ̀ oòjíire. Ètò náà kò ní jù báyìí lọ. Eléyìí ni èyí tí mo ní kí n mú wá etí ìgbọ́ ọ̀pọ̀ ọmọ káàrọ̀ oòjíire lórí rúmọ̀ tí ń gbé káàkiri nípa ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n sọ wípé bàbá support Western Regional Government tó jẹ́ pé àwa tá a mọ̀ wípé irọ́ ni wọ́n ń pa tí àbá bọ́ta ká wá sọ bó ti rí. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń tẹ̀lé wrong information yẹn ẹ lè mọ̀ wò bóyá òótọ́ ni bàbá support Western Regional tó jẹ́ pé irọ́ ni bàbá support ẹ̀ òun ló fà á tá a fi gbé ètò ìjáde tá a fi wá sọ nǹkan tá a sọ yìí síta gbogbo ọmọ káàrọ̀ oòjíire ṣẹ́ni gbọ́ ètò náà kò ní jù báyìí lọ. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò wá nílé ojú tẹ̀ fi ojú òní fọ́ o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni èyí tẹ̀ fi ń gbọ́ ẹtí náà ní di o. Ọwọ́ tẹ̀ bá tẹ̀lé ẹni gbọ́ náà gbọ́mọ sí o. Àwa lámọ̀ wá bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni ẹ̀yin náà lámọ̀ bá. Ó kò tẹ̀ mọ́ yí padà Ìbíyẹmí Ọláìtàn tó gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí Ìbíyẹmí TV show ló ń kí gbogbo wa o.
She